All right, brother Amon. So explain to us what you're drawing here.
Well, of course, this is the outline of the continent of Africa, which represents the place where humanity first sprouted in terms of its knowledge, science, religion, the knowledge of the heavens and the earth. Started in ancient Africa along the waterways, especially along the Nile, which is the longest river in the world. It's over 4,000 miles long. And it starts in basically Central Africa, around the Great Lakes region, and travels a long journey, winding journey down to the North Africa. And this is where you find the pyramids of Giza along around the delta or the plateau of Giza. So what I'm trying to depict symbolically is Africa, the heart. Heart plays a lot in a lot of the mythologies in Africa, especially when it comes to talking about balancing with our hearts.
Right.
It's called ma'at. When I got to put also with the heart is a feather,
Right.
so that our character is light and not heavy, so that our heart weighs as much as a feather. We should be light-hearted. So these are ancient symbols that you might call sacred glyphs or hieroglyphics or medunetra as they call it.
Right.
So I'm building this up to show a relationship between the top part of the composition and the bottom, which represents the law of opposites. There's a heavenly knowledge which is above our heads, and there's an earthly knowledge, and they should be combined together. Because in the Lord's Prayer we talk about our Father who is in heaven, the concept of the law of opposites, heaven and earth. And at the top of the composition I have 3 stars at the top. Those 3 stars represent the belt of Orion constellation. And every winter these stars are present. And if you use those 3 stars as an arrow, it would point almost directly to another star, the brightest star in the heavens. That nursery rhymes used to talk about, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Right.
And that is called star Sirius.
Sirius, okay.
The Sirius. And that star represents the center of a greater cycle where the sun or the solar system evolves around that star.
And the Dogons had the knowledge.
And the Dogons of West Africa has that knowledge, as well as other parts of Africa. They have it in their mythology, they have it in their dance, they have it in music. But since we have been miseducated, we have not recognized our nighttime lessons, things that we're supposed to learn at night by looking into the heavens.
Of course.
And our daytime lessons, which are our earthly lessons. So the law of opposites is very important in African mythology so that we can find balance. We have a mother, we have a father, but there's a third entity, which is the offspring of those 2 powers, which completes the Trinity, which is your child. So here goes a triangle again representing Trinity. Not the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, but the Father, the Mother, and the offspring. And a male chauvinist religion would be the male. They would favor the male because the male has the seed to propagate generation of people, families by a seed. But don't forget that every man and woman has a mother. The mother produces both male and female. So in a religion where it's centered around motherhood, that is a whole different aspect than the male chauvinist religions where everything is male. God is male, angels are males, everything is based on man and his physical being. But of course we all came from the womb of mother. So we have also words like Mother Earth that produces everything that we need for sustenance. Those 4 elements comes from this place called Earth. The fire, the air, the water, and fire, air, water, air.
Okay.
So those are the 4 symbols that create the first building blocks for our science.
All right, brother.